Hello and welcome to Just Hoops. In today's video, we're going to talk about G.G. Jackson from the University of South Carolina. The 18-year-old prospect is entering the 2023 NBA draft and offers a lot, but let's look at his numbers real quick. He averaged 15.4 points per game, just under 6 rebounds, did not shoot too efficiently, showed some ability to make plays defensively with 1.6 stocks per game. Overall, the numbers show that he has a raw scoring ability, but a lot of it within the film that we're about to watch is going to be seen through oozing potential and just what he can be one day. First, let's look at the offensive end of the floor and start with his ability to play off of the ball. In terms of him being a slasher and attacker with his 6'9", 215-pound frame, he has the ability to be a great off-ball threat, and he's a tremendous athlete, allowing him to be a lob catcher, a guy on the porch, just an overall slasher when he's playing off the ball, and he's able to finish these plays both above the rim, under the rim, play through contact. He did a really solid job for being as young as he is to fight contact, fend off defenders, and finish these plays pretty efficiently. He's not the most efficient guy when it comes to these makes because he might try to do too much, might try to dunk on someone, might try to just make a fancy play rather than an efficient play. But overall, with his frame and athletic ability, he has the potential to be a high-level slasher and finisher at the rim, somebody that can play off the ball and be a true off-ball presence, whether it means just floating to the open space, cutting off an action, any of that, or creating a downhill attack by himself, putting it on the ground a couple times, and finishing those plays. He has the ability and gifts to be an elite first-level guy. He already showed the raw potential to score, whether it's off of cuts or off of drives in this first level, and I'm excited to see him continue to grow in this aspect of his game. Now let's talk about his shot creation ability. The raw ability he has with the ball in his hands to get anywhere on the floor and then rise up and knock down tough contested twos consistently was evident throughout the season. I love the way he's able to handle the ball at his size. With his athletic ability, he can get anywhere he wants. And then secondly, his jump shot is so smooth. He does a great job of getting his feet down, elevating, and knocking it down. Sometimes his feet were consistent. Sometimes he tried to make a tougher play than he had to make. Sometimes he put the ball on the ground too much and was pretty indecisive with his shot selection. But overall, the raw ability is oozing, and the potential for him to be a one-on-one bucket getter is more than evident. And then to dive into this one game specifically, toward the end of the year, he scored 19 points on 40% from the field and 42.9% from two against Alabama late in the season. The way he was able to get to his spots, play against matchups with length and size, and scored at a pretty efficient clip was definitely huge to see and definitely will translate to the next level. I really like his game. I like the way he's able to create his shots for himself. He's also pretty patient with the ball in his hands. Yes, it might turn into him putting it down way too many times, but at the end of the day, the shot creation and shot making ability is there, and it's something that he can build on moving forward. And lastly, let's talk about from beyond the arc. The numbers might not be there, shooting 32% on 5 attempts per game. They didn't seem that great, but I think the potential is there. He has a great foundation to a shot, which we talked about earlier off the bounce, but off the catch, when he gets his feet down and set, when he's able to elevate at his own pace, when he gets the ball up and over the rim in terms of his follow through, he has a very smooth stroke. He has shown the ability to knock it down from NBA range as an 18-year-old already, and he just seems pretty comfortable from beyond the arc. It might not be the most consistent shot in terms of him getting his feet down and elevation and the follow through, but overall, the base is there for him to be a pretty efficient three-point shooter. If he shoots league average, I think that that's a win as a rookie, but I think the potential is there for him to be a 38 to 40% three-point shooter in the NBA with high volume. Now to flip sides of the floor and talk about his defensive end. He's a really solid defender. It might not be the most consistent defensive effort, but overall, being that 6'9", 215, nice wingspan, the way he's able to move and be an athlete on the floor, he's able to cover inside and out. He is a tremendous threat in terms of making plays happen with that size and length. But overall, when he sits down in that stance and he gives his effort, he is tremendous at this end of the floor. He's able to cover ground, and then when it comes to one-on-one, he does a good job in his stance, using that size, length, and athletic ability to just make plays happen consistently. And in terms of that playmaking, 1.6 stocks per game is pretty solid overall. He has the genuine potential to be a pretty good shot blocker at the forward spot. That length is there, the athletic ability is there. He showed raw potential with the timing of contesting shots at the rim, and he can just grow from here. And then on the perimeter, he covers ground really well. He disrupts passing lanes at the point of attack with that length. And just his overall physical awareness of what he has allows him to do it consistently. But to look more on the inside, he did a really solid job when matched up with post-up threats at using his chest as a primary point of contact, being physical down here, not getting bumped off of his spot, maintaining his ground, doing a very solid job with his hands out and up, blocking shots, getting rebounds, just contesting plays down here. And it just shows that he is a versatile guy. And then when it comes to off ball, his ability to cover space is second to none. Being the athlete he is, he flies around. He has great length to contest shots, even if he's not as close as he can get to them. And I think that the ability that he has at moving off the ball on the floor will definitely be huge at the next level. But to dive back into that Bama game, on the defensive end of the floor, he had some very tough matchups, including Brandon Miller, who was projected a top 5 pick. The way he was able to sit in his stance, guard his yard, use that size and length to disrupt. He flew around off the ball, contested those shots. Late clock, he did a really good job at staying in his stance, staying connected, and making plays. And just overall, I think that this matchup against a guy like Brandon Miller with that size, length, the scoring ability, and he was able to stay stout against him the entire game, basically, I think that just showed his potential at this end of the floor and what happens when he locks in. GG Jackson is one of the more interesting prospects in this year's NBA draft due to his age and also inconsistencies last year with effort, decision making, and just overall play. He had 11 20-plus point games throughout the season last year, showing that he has the ability to score at a high level, he has the ability to defend at a high level, he just has to clean up some edges and become more efficient in all aspects of his game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something about GG Jackson before the NBA draft. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you in the next one.